Central Bank, Foursquare Gospel Church, and McGavick's Outdoor Power. And now here's Howard Kellman and John Fox.
Welcome to Northwestern High School, home of the Tigers. And tonight, the Eastbrook Panthers play at the Northwestern Tigers. Hi, everybody. I'm Howard Kellman. I'll call the play-by-play. John Fox provides the color commentary. What a terrific matchup this is. Two teams having excellent seasons.
Northwestern 9-2 under Dan Robinson. And you look at the visiting team, the Eastbrook Panthers 11-0, one of their best starts ever.
All right, tell us about the key players.
Well, first of all, for the Eastbrook Panthers, their key players have got to be Chad Luthi. Luthi has rushed for over 1,217 yards. He's 6'2", 194 pounds. He's a power runner. He makes a lot of things happen for the Eastbrook Panthers. And you take a look at the other big performer for Eastbrook's got to be their sophomore quarterback, Kevin Cottle. Cottle is a younger brother of David, who played last year, was a starter, was an all-state type player. I think Cottle's going to come up with a big game as a young sophomore. I think it's time for him to step up and be recognized. I understand he's an awful good passing threat, too.
Okay, now let's go over to Northwestern's key players.
Well, I think you've got to talk about Ryan Lance. Lance came out in the middle of the season. He's a big fullback, 6'1", a little bit over 200 pounds. He's rushed for 672 yards already, Howard, and he's only played like 5 ball games. In the last 4 games, he has rushed for over 115 yards in each of those particular contests. I think the other young man that you got to be looking at for them is Nathan Gibson, their quarterback. He's a 10th leading passer in the state of Indiana. He's thrown for over 2,000 yards this year. Boy, a lot of offensive weapons on both sides of the football tonight.
Should be a good one. We'll look forward to your comments throughout the game, and we'll be back with the opening kickoff after these words.
You have reached Second Bank USA. For account information, press 1. For loan information, press 2. To hear our hours, press 3. To hear a traffic report, press 4. To repeat menu, press 5. For information on your account, press 1. To verify a deposit, press...
Good morning. Central Bank may help you.
At Central Bank, computers don't answer the phone. People do. Ready to help you with any of your banking needs. Central Bank, a local bank for local people.
You've seen it on TV. Now stop in and take it for a test drive. The 8-pound Oric XL upright vacuum. Available at this area's only authorized Oric dealer, Guarantee Vacuum and Sewing Center. The Oric is powerful yet lightweight. And by purchasing your Oric at Guarantee Vacuum, you'll save shipping and assure yourself the very best price. Now for a limited time, purchase the amazing Oric system and receive the Oric XL Buster B Compact Vacuum free. Stop in Guarantee Vacuum and Sewing Center today, across from Shoney's on US 31.
No one expects to get injured, but people do. At MRI Imaging Center of North Central Indiana, we're at the cutting edge of MRI technology. It's important to us to make your visit as easy as possible. That's why we've upgraded our magnet, which means
Realtors. They're proud to have served the community for over 25 years, leading the Kokomo area in real estate sales into the year 2000. Scoggins Realtors is a member of the GMAC Home Service Real Estate Network and encourage you to call them for all your real estate needs at 457-7214. Scoggins Realtors also salute the 1999 Northwestern Tiger football team.
All right, John Fox, we get ready. Eastbrook and Northwestern getting ready to go here.
Howard Lochner is a great kicker, and I was talking to Dan Robinson of the Northwestern Tigers for the game. He said if it comes down to a field goal, he's a little worried because of the leg that John Lochner has.
There he is.
Yeah, I've heard he's hit a 50-yarder in practice.
Yep, Jason Shue and Andy Hardy are the deep men. Eastbrook, there are Hardy and Shue. Eastbrook coming in undefeated, 11-0, Northwestern 9-2. A moment ago, you saw Northwestern quarterback Nathan Gibson, number 5, on the sideline, loosening up. So we're ready to go on the TV 40 Game of the Week.
Should be a great one tonight, Howard. Both of these teams are pretty evenly matched on paper. Both of them have a lot of weapons offensively.
Those are the Eastbrook Panthers, dressed in white uniforms, dark numerals. And we are ready to go from Northwestern High School. And Lochner really gets his leg into this one. It is coming down. It is taken by Andy Hardy. Running to his right around the 20-yard line, and is finally brought down. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Northwestern. And the tackle was made by John Lochner, the kicker.
All right, here's a look at the Northwestern offensive line. Leto, Moss, Betts, Driver, and Rice up front. And as far as the receiving core in the backs, Gibson, of course, the quarterback, Hardy, Lance Hall, Rossborough, and Shue. By the way, Shue is back from a knee strain. He's been out for 4 weeks.
Yep. All right, John Fox, 1st and 10 for the Northwestern Tigers. There they are, coached by Dan Robinson in his 14th year. A 16-yard return by Hardy. Andy Hardy. All right, let's look at the Tigers from their own 22. Fumble on the exchange, and Eastbrook may have it. We'll wait and see.
Well, the snap never really got up to the quarterback, Gibson, there, and
Eastbrook recovers. And it was recovered by David Burns. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. What a way on the first play from scrimmage to start this game.
You're exactly right, Howard. Here's a look at the replay, and the ball never got to the quarterback, Gibson, and went right to the ground. And at the bottom of the pile was big David Burns of the Eastbrook Panthers. Burns, by the way, is teased by his teammates and coaches for eating too much at team meals.
Oh, okay.
He's a big
Kevin
boy.
Caudle is the quarterback. He's number 10. They hand off. No, Caudle's got it on the option. And he is hit and hit hard, but a substantial gain. And the man who got him was Kevin Hall with some help from David Betts. The last time we were out here, we saw Northwestern score 28 points in the first 7 minutes of the game, and that was against Western.
There's the starters' offensive line for Eastbrook: Burns, Korn, Turner, Phillips, and Petty.
2nd and 5 from the 16. Luthi is the ball carrier, Chad Luthi. He doesn't go too far, and this will bring up 3rd down. Zach Byram made the stop.
Well, I think that the backfield of Eastbrook is a concern for Northwestern. You saw a little bit of their starters there on the screen just a moment ago, but Luthi, obviously the premier running back, 1,270 yards this year rushing.
Caudle is a 5'11", 160-pounder on 3rd and 3. This is Luthi, and he has the first down. He's inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. Bobby Maddox made the tackle. 1st and goal to go, Panthers, who are coached by Jeff Adamson in his 11th year. And as we said, they're 11-0. They use often a run-and-shoot offense.
A lot of misdirection in the run and shoot. David Burns is 6 foot, 232 pounds, and a junior. I mentioned they kid him a lot, but the kid can really put the food away.
1st and goal to go. Let's see what Caudle does. Luthi is his lone setback. He hands off to Luthi. He's inside the 5. I don't believe he got into the end zone. He did not, and the tackle was made by Kevin Hall.
You're right, Howard. We just saw a visual there by the camera crew down on the field. I mean, he is very close to the goal line. It looked like the nose of that football was about a half a yard away.
2nd and goal to go from the 1. 10 minutes left, clock running, no score. Luthi, and he got in there. Touchdown. I beg your pardon, it was Jared Bowser, the ball carrier. Bowser, the ball carrier, he scores the touchdown, and it's 6-0 in favor of the Eastbrook Panthers.
Well, big Jared Bowser is also a catcher on the Eastbrook Panther baseball team that went to the semi-state last year. So he's a multi-dimensional athlete. Good goal line look there by the camera crew. You see Jared Bowser, the big, strong running back, the fullback, take it in there for his 13th touchdown of the season for Jared Bowser. Coming into tonight, 84 carries, 714 yards.
John Lochner in for the extra point. Andy Phillips is holding. That kick has the distance. It is good. 9:55 to go in the first quarter on the IBP scoreboard. It is Eastbrook 7, Northwestern nothing. We'll be right back.
We believe that one of the most important things that a church does is worship the Lord. We have a very strong worship orchestra, and when we're meeting in the sanctuary for worship at 10 o'clock, there's a ministry geared to children of every age. And we believe that one of the things the Lord wants to use us for is to set vision. When people don't have vision, they perish. In fact, we believe that one of the things that helps us express vision is even the address of our local church, 2020 South Goyer Road.
Hi, this is John with Sound of Music in Kokomo, inviting you to one of the largest showrooms of musical equipment in north central Indiana. For church and school sound systems, we recommend Mackie, Electro-Voice, JBL, PV, and Behringer. Home recording studios from Tascam, Fostex, and Elisa's. Play the finest music on Roland, Corgan, and Sonic keyboards. Great guitars from Taylor, PRS, Gibson, and Washburn. Sound of Music, 106 West Walnut in Uptown Kokomo.
Break out to Brad Howell Ford in Greentown. With a new building and Ford vehicles, we have a lot to offer. From our showroom, you can see right into the service area. Our friendly technicians are certified to work on most makes and models. The service waiting area has a play area for the kids and an office area with a data port for the adults. But don't plan on staying long. With more service bays and state-of-the-art technology, the wait for repairs is minimal. We're excited about our new facility.
21 yards. A minute, 51 seconds. A fumble recovered by Big Dave Burns, the lineman. Started it all off for Eastbrook, and 5 plays later, they're in pay dirt.
Okay, that's Andy Hardy, at whom you're looking, number 7.
Of the Hardy boys?
Yeah. I used to read their books.
So did I.
He got his leg into that one, and that is Hardy. 10, 15, 20, 25, and brought down at the 32-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Northwestern from their own 32-yard line. Robert Korn made that tackle, and the Tigers will try to do a little bit better this time than they did the first time they had the football. All right, call it the 31, and there are the Tigers, coached by Dan Robinson, 14th year. They are primarily a 2-platoon team. You're looking at Nathan Gibson, the quarterback. 6'3", 195-pound junior. They put it on the ground on 1st down, and fighting his way to the 24-yard line is Ryan Lance. We talked about him. John made some great points about him in the open. As Darren, I beg your pardon, let's get the tacklers on that play. Chad Luthi, along with Robert Korn.
There's the defensive starters for Eastbrook. Korn, Petty, Smith, Burns, and Jared Bowser, really tough-nosed kid. Then you've got Luthi, the linebacker, Phillips, Cottle, cornerback, and Cosgrove, the other cornerback, while the safeties are Evan Ballinger and John Lochner.
Oh, they're at the 34. My correction, I may have said 24 on 2nd and 7. That pass is incomplete. Andrew Rossborough had it in his hands, and he dropped it. There he is, number 33. May have heard some footsteps. Brad Yorty provided the coverage, and this will bring up 3rd and 7 from the 34.
Well, I know that one of the outstanding football players for the Eastbrook Panthers is Chad Luthi. We talked about him in our pregame. He's only the 3rd 1,000-yard rusher in the school history. He needs 64 tonight, and he'll break the single-season rushing mark for a running back at Eastbrook High School.
And he's got Big Ten schools interested in him. However, he's very religious. He may not even play football in college. May go to Taylor University. Look at that man shoot through there. What a terrific play by Chad Luthi. Boy, he burst through that line to tackle Nathan Gibson for a loss on a 3rd and 7.
Well, Chad Luthi started at outside linebacker as a freshman. We'll take a look at the replay here of Chad Luthi spurting through from the linebacker position and bringing down Gibson, the QB, the quarterback of Northwestern. Luthi, his dad Craig, was the leading rusher for Eastbrook back in the late 1960s, so running is in his blood.
Bobby Maddox punting deep in his own territory. He gets his leg into this one, takes a lateral bounce, and will be downed at about the 37-yard line by Northwestern. So Eastbrook leading 7-0. 1st down, John.
Cheese is hurt. 23's down.
Well, Positive Results Therapies provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy and audiology services for individuals beginning at birth. With 2 locations in Kokomo and 1 in Peru, we are available close to home to provide the therapy you need. Whether it's for you, your child, or your parent, Positive Results Therapies is there for you.
and an injured Northwestern player, and that is John Belviso. Let's hope he's okay.
Well, TV 40 is a place to be for the state high school football championships this year. The 1A state finals is Friday night, November 26th at 8 p.m. right here on TV 40 Sports, followed up by the 2A state finals, and that will be on Friday night at 10:30 p.m. right here on TV 40 Sports.
And there's Dan Robinson.
And on Saturday, we continue at noon with the 3A state finals to be followed up at 3:30 with the 4A state championship. And finally, the climax, the 5A state championship at 7 p.m. And you can catch them all right here on TV 40 from start to finish. Thanksgiving weekend, a football
We look forward
feast.
to that. Yeah, it'll be great. And John Belviso, unfortunately, is still down. And with the score, Eastbrook 7, Northwestern nothing. On the IBP board, we'll pause for a moment.
Sponsors, they can help your business. Bonavista Industries specializes in shrink wrapping, part sorting, reworking, or inspection. Not to forget parts and container washing. Plus, Bonavista Industries offers first-class and bulk mail services.
All right, on first down, the quarterback Caudle keeps the football across the 40 to about the 43-yard line, where Ian Blankenberger made the stop, and the injured player, John Belviso, was helped off the field. So there's a look at the Eastbrook offense, John. It was a gain of 6 at 2nd and 4. Eastbrook leading 7-0.
I was talking about Chad Luthi. His grandfather passed away, Fred. He was real close to him this year. Chad dedicated the rest of the season to his memory. He's got a laminated copy of his obituary in his helmet for every game to think about his grandfather.
Well, the quarterback Caudle kept the football. He's awfully close to a first down. Zach Byram made the tackle, and this will bring up, let's see, I believe he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. He is shy of it, a little less than a yard. Third down, less than a yard. That clock is running. 7:20 to go in the first quarter. Eastbrook leading 7-0. John?
Andy Hardy was the man making the last tackle, Howard, for Northwestern. But you can tell awful close Chad Luthi was to his grandpa as he remembers him every game.
Let's see what Caudle does on third down. As a man in motion, Caudle keeps the football. He has got the first down. Well, I'll tell you, they are very, very sharp on offense, as Robert Rice made the stop because Caudle keeping the football. He fakes to Luthi, and, you know, you get the defensive players biting.
I talked to Dan Robinson for the game. He was very concerned about the offensive unit of Eastbrook. He said they run the option well. They like to pound the ball with numerous running plays, and they like to send the fullback out in the flat and pass him the football. So he said they're very multidimensional.
He had good reason to be concerned. 1st and 10. There is Dan Robinson from the 48. This time he handed the ball off. Running right. They go absolutely nowhere. And John Lochner carried the football that time. Ian Blankenberger made the stop. No gain on the play. Call it 2nd and 10.
Jordan Heinzman also in there on the stop for the Northwestern Tigers with the assist. Kevin Caudle, the quarterback, he comes from a very athletic family, Howard. His older sister Nikki played in the Indiana All-Star softball game. His older brother David was a quarterback last year, and David played in the North-South All-Star football game and plays for Morehead State now.
On 2nd and 10. Keeping the football is Caudle. He may have lost a yard on the play as they ran the option. And Zach Byram made the stop, and this will bring up 3rd and 10, perhaps even 3rd and 11.
Talking a little bit more about Kevin Caudle before that play. Kevin is ahead of David statistically after his sophomore season. David was a quarterback last year, and Caudle, by the way, started as a freshman shortstop on the semi-state baseball team that his brother also played on.
All right, 3rd and 10. Caudle back to throw. It is dropped, incomplete. Lochner couldn't hold on, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Northwestern defense is held.
I think that John Lochner there tried to actually tried to take off before he caught the football. He looked in front of him, saw a lot of green real estate, and forgot to take the pigskin with him.
It helps. Chad Luthi is standing in punt formation. He is back at his own 38-yard line. Boy, he gets his leg into that one.
Beautiful punt.
And is taken by Hardy. And the tackle was made by Brad Poe. 1st and 10. There's Andy Hardy. We'll stay right here, Dennis Casey says. He's our executive producer, statistician, spotter, Tim Borf. Dave Strike, our director. There's an injured player. Okay, that's the man who got hurt earlier, John Belviso.
Right now, you can get new TCBY milkshakes for just 99 cents if you swap it with your drink in a free value meal. And you can also get a 6-inch steak with A1 and cheese and a bag of chips and a drink for $5.19 at the Subway shop.
On 1st down from the 15, they run right across the 20. And the ball carrier was Ryan Lance, of whom John spoke. A man who joined the team in mid-season, and yet in the last 4 games has rushed for over 100 yards in each of them.
I was telling you about Subway. They fed the TV40 crew. They're located in Kokomo at 114 North Dixon Road and the corner of Morgan and Washington. Also on US 31. They have Mama Alardo's Pizza. We enjoyed that tonight.
David Burns made that last tackle. We certainly did. 2nd and 5. Running right, keeping the football is Gibson. He's got a 1st down.
Gibson, a very versatile athlete. As we mentioned in our pregame, he has thrown the ball for over 2,079 yards. But carrying the football, he's not too shabby either. He's carried the ball 40 times and over 110 yards this season.
Evan Ballinger and Kyle Sullivan combined to make that last tackle. It's a 1st and 10 from the 31, an 11-yard gain. 4:40 to go in the 1st quarter. This is the Channel 40 game of the week. And Eastbrook leading 7-0. These are the Northwestern Tigers from their own 31. Back to throw is Gibson, stepping into the pocket, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Jason Shue, and there were 3 men providing coverage for Eastbrook.
On that particular play, you saw Tripp split out wide near side the field for Northwestern, and I talked to the Northwestern coach, Dan Robinson, before the ball game, and he said, we're going to try to throw the football. We're going to see if they can defend our pass.
There's a good shot of Nathan Gibson, a 6'3", 195-pound junior. That clock is stopped at 4:24 left in the 1st quarter. The incompleted pass stopped the clock. It's 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. Gibson barking him out. He's back to throw again. Incomplete, underthrown. Andrew Rossborough was intended receiver on the play, and the coverage provided by Kevin Caudle.
Howard, we've talked about it. The state championship games will be seen right here on TV40. But next Friday night at 10:30, we'll have a regional championship, depending on who wins and advances to the regional. And the following week, on November the 19th at 10:30, we'll have the semi-state championship. So we've got it from start to finish right here on TV40.
All right, John Fox, and there's a look at the Northwestern sideline. You saw Michael Doherty a moment ago, number 84. Dan Robinson has had his team pass on the first 2 downs, both incomplete. So it's 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. The man in motion, Andy Hardy. Gibson to throw again. The pass complete to Rossborough. He laterals upfield. Breaking out in the clear is that man again. Ryan Lance.
Boy.
Ryan Lance.
Great hook and ladder play.
Finally brought down by Kevin Caudle.
It's the old hook and ladder. Northwestern brought out the whole bag of tricks there. You see Ryan Lance, 95 carries coming in tonight, 672 yards. But boy, what a great play. Here is the replay. Nathan Gibson, 55 yards in all, completes the pass in the hook and ladder to Lance coming around. And Lance did a good piece of running, breaking a tackle there, and then cut back against the grain. He broke a tackle by John Lochner. And this is going to give Northwestern great field position inside the 25 of Eastbrook.
Call it the 14-yard line, 1st down. Gibson to throw into the end zone, incomplete, intended for Rossborough. Now that previous play picked up 55 yards.
Hey, I want to give credit also to Andrew Rossborough. He caught the first reception on the hook and ladder. Then he pitched it on the hook and ladder to Ryan Lance, and then Lance did a lot of it on his own after that, Howard. He's a phenomenal athlete for a kid that comes out in the middle of the high school football season.
All right, there's a look at those Northwestern Tigers who are trailing 7-0.
He was walking the hallways, and Dan Robinson says, hey, you look like you could play some football.
Yes, sir. 6'1", 170-pounder. Wide receivers both ways. Lance the lone setback on 2nd and 10. He's back to throw again. Gibson's pass is broken up beautifully by Andy Phillips. There's a look at Nathan Gibson.
Good look at Gibson.
Since they made the first down, there it is, 8 plays, 70 yards, elapsed time 1:30. But since they made the first down to the 31-yard line, Northwestern on this drive has abandoned the run.
They certainly have. They put the ball in the air, and that was one thing that Jeff Adamson was concerned about that Northwestern would do. They would air it out and throw the football and try to spread Eastbrook's defense. And if you complete a lot of passes, you can do that to a team.
Hardy is wide to the right on 3rd and 10. A delay to Lance, but he's going to be stopped a good deal shy of the first down. And this will bring up 4th down. Robert Korn made the tackle, and we'll see what the Tigers do here.
Well, Robert Korn had a lot of pop there, Howard.
They're going to call timeout. With the score, Eastbrook 7, Northwestern nothing on the IBP board. 3:37 to go in the quarter. We'll pause for a moment.
In Kokomo, your hometown Dodge dealer is Button Motors. All of our sales staff live in the Kokomo area, and we want you to feel at home. Stop in and browse, knowing you won't have to deal with a high-pressure, in-your-face salesperson. And there's plenty to look at, like the Dodge Caravan, durable and dependable Ram trucks, the Dakota, and the new 2000 Neon. You're sure to find what you want on one of our 2 lots. Button Motors, serving the Kokomo area for over 50 years. Centrally located at 208 East Sycamore in downtown Kokomo.
You're my kitchen contractor?
Yeah, I am, ma'am.
Somebody help me!
Who are you? I'm Captain Incredible, and there's no need to go through this. Have craft-made cabinets professionally installed by Incredible Kitchens and Baths. We have great prices on professional installation on craft-made cabinets. For craft-made cabinets, it's Incredible Kitchens and Baths. Bring us your lumberyard quote and save 5%.
Oh, Captain, you're incredible.
Aw, shucks, ma'am.
You have reached Second Bank USA. For account information, press 1. For loan information, press 2. To hear our hours, press 3. To hear a traffic report, press 4. To repeat menu, press 5. For information on your account, press 1. To verify a deposit, press...
Good morning. Central Bank may help you.
At Central Bank, computers don't answer the phone. People do. Ready to help you with any of your banking needs. Central Bank, a local bank for local people.
We believe that one of the most important things that a church does is worship the Lord. We have a very strong worship orchestra, and when we're meeting in the sanctuary for worship at 10 o'clock, there's a ministry geared to children of every age, and we believe that one of the things the Lord wants to use us for is to set vision. When people don't have vision, they perish. In fact, we believe that one of the things that helps us express vision is even the address of our local church, 2020 South Goyer Road.
Scoggins Realtors are proud to have served the community for over 25 years, leading the Kokomo area in real estate sales into the year 2000. Scoggins Realtor is a member of the GMAC Home Service Real Estate Network, and they encourage you to call them for real estate needs at 457-7214. Scoggins Realtors also salute the 1999 Northwestern High School football team, and they wish them good luck for a sectional championship. That's Scoggins Better Homes and Garden Realtors.
It is 4th and 8. And they're going to go for the field goal. Jason Shue is in for the field goal. 28-yard attempt. He has the distance. No good. No good.
Wide, Howard. It was wide.
Wide right. He missed it. He had the distance on it, but that's a tough break for the Tigers, who had marched up and down the field, only to come away empty-handed.
Our officiating crew, the referee is Tim Fogarty. Then you have Dan Brown, Dave Mecklenburg, David Manier, and Bruce Harmon are all from the Lafayette area.
Timeout is called by Northwestern.
Well, tonight's game brought to you by the fine folks at Burns Marathon, US 31 and State Road 26.
Interesting time to call a timeout. After a missed field goal, you're now on defense. And we'll go through those state championships that'll be shown right here on TV 40, John.
Write them down on your calendar, Howard. The 1A state finals, Friday, November 26th at 8 p.m. here on TV 40. Followed that evening at 10:30 p.m. with a 2A state championship. Then on Saturday, we kick it into overdrive with a noon game, live 3A state finals at noon, followed up by the 4A state finals at 3:30, and culminating the evening at 7 o'clock will be the 5A state championships right here on TV 40.
All right, John Fox, 1st and 10 for the Eastbrook Panthers, who are leading 7-0, 3:32 left in the first quarter.
Well, that's got to be a big boost, that missed field goal for the Eastbrook offense, because they were able to hold Northwestern after Northwestern had a good sustained drive.
Caudle hands off on first down. They go straight up the middle to Luthi, and they go absolutely nowhere. No gain on the play. This will bring up a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Bobby Maddox made the tackle.
Boy, I'll tell you what, he is one tough kid, Bobby Maddox. So we talked about him when we were here earlier this year, Howard. 5'11", 220 pounds, and a senior, very hard-nosed kid.
And he also punts.
Yep.
2nd down, 10 from the 20. There's a good look at Kevin Caudle and his offense. Man in motion, hold everything, penalty markers down. You would think it would be against Eastbrook. That's our first flag of the game.
It's going to be a 5-yarder.
There it is.
Legal motion against Eastbrook. The left side of their line, actually it was receiver who went in motion that moved. He was set and then he went in motion too quick.
All right, that'll cost him 5 on the illegal procedures. 2nd and 15 from the 15.
Well, the assistant coach of the Eastbrook Panthers got a pretty impressive set of credentials. I'll tell you about him after this next play.
See if Caudle puts it in the air. Lochner in motion. There is Luthi carrying the football as they run left, and David Betts made the tackle.
Well, assistant coach Tom Wilson and defensive coordinator has won sectional titles, Howard, in football, basketball, and softball. He took the softball team to the state finals for the Eastbrook Panthers back in 1990. He's the head girls coach at Eastbrook High School, Tom Wilson is. He took his team to the regionals last year, and he's also won a sectional title as an assistant football coach, so he's done a little bit of everything.
3rd and 12 from the 18. Back to throw is Caudle. Good protection, throwing deep. Intercepted by Jason Shue, who was tackled immediately. He threw it right into Shue's hands.
Well, certainly, Coach Dan Robinson glad to have Shue back out there on the field. He's their kicker. He's also one of their cornerbacks. I don't know whether you realize it, Howard, but Northwestern has had 6 players injured from their defensive starting unit. Good look at the replay here. Dropping back to pass is Kevin Caudle, and the pass just kind of hangs up there, and Shue's able to make the interception before he gets hit by John Lochner.
1st and 10 Tigers from the midfield stripe. They're trailing 7-0 as we approach the close of the first quarter. Back to throw. Gibson hands off on a delay to Lance. 1st down and more.
Boy, Lance is one tough running back once he gets momentum going. 6'2", 200 pounds, and a junior, and runs very hard. Good look at Lance there.
He appears to be shaken up. A 16-yard run for Lance. Let's double check that. Make it a 21-yard run to the 29-yard line. A pickup of 21 yards on the play.
Lance has 5 carries for 77 yards tonight, along with a great hook and ladder play earlier.
1st and 10, 20. There's Lance hobbling off, and that could be a tough break for Northwestern. He's got a leg injury. Dan Robinson greets him on the sideline. 1st and 10, 29-yard line. They hand off to Hopper. Look at him go. inside the 15, and yet another first down for the Northwestern Tigers. Evan Ballinger made the stop.
Yes, and Kellen Bowers, number 57, also assisting. But boy, that was a great run, and Northwestern is knocking on the door. They're going to try to knock this thing up.
First down at the 11-yard line, a gain of 18 yards. Trying to tie it up are these Tigers. They're down 7-0. Hopper again. Well, he got to about the 6, I believe, where he's met by Robert Korn along with Andy Phillips.
Josh Hopper, 5'10", 180-pound senior. Pretty good running back. Got real good speed, nice maneuverability. Cuts away from a would-be tackler. Boy, Eastbrook, their defense has not really done what I thought they'd do. I thought they might try to blitz a little bit, and they might try to use a little man cover, but so far.
Gibson faking to one man, handing to Hardy, rather. And the man who got Hardy was Jared Bowser. So they were ready for that play. Good job by the Eastbrook defense there, John.
To finish my comment before that play got underway, so far Eastbrook's been pretty much a straight-up defense and have really not blitzed or sent any linebackers or anything like that. Coach Dan Robson told me before the ball game, he said, John, I look for them to do some stunning with the linebackers, shooting the gaps, trying to confuse our offense a little bit. But that hasn't happened.
It is third down. The clock is running. 10 seconds left in the quarter. We may not get another play away. There's Nathan Gibson. I don't believe they're going to try to get another play away. And this will end the first quarter, 4 seconds. That's the end of the first quarter on the IBP board. Eastbrook 7, Northwestern nothing. We'll be right back.
We believe that one of the most important things that a church does is worship the Lord. We have a very strong worship orchestra, and when we're meeting in the sanctuary for worship at
Fox, we get ready for period 2. Eastbrook leading 7-0. There's the IBP board.
Positive Results Therapies provide physical, occupational, and speech therapy and audiology services for individuals beginning at birth. With 2 locations in Kokomo, 1 in Peru, we are available close to home to provide the therapy you need. Whether it's for you, your child, or your parent, Positive Results Therapy is there for you. Remember, you have a choice. Expect positive results.
That is Ryan Lance. They're working on his leg, as you saw, his ankle. Left ankle, back to throw. Gibson throwing deep left side. Incomplete, intended for Andy Hardy. And the coverage on the play provided by John Lochner. Andy Hardy, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down, 4th and 6. In a similar situation, the Tigers attempted a field goal a few moments ago.
Gibson 1 for 7 for Northwestern, passing for only 4 yards. He's a 10th leading passer in the state of Indiana, but he's had his problems so far.
They're going to go for it. Hopper the lone setback. 4th and 6. Gibson back to throw into the left corner. Oh, he dropped it. Incomplete.
Great defensive play there, Howard, by the Eastbrook Panthers. Coming in was Brad Yordy, and I think he just got a hand in there and knocked it away.
Somehow he knocked it away from Andrew Rossborough. It looked as if Rossborough had him beaten.
Let's take a look. Yeah, let's take a look, Howard, and see where the play was made by Yordy. Coming in about right there. See him slip his hand right in the breadbasket and knock it away from Andrew Rossborough. Great play.
So a first down for the Eastbrook Panthers from the 8-yard line. They hand it off to Luthi. He picks up a substantial amount of yardage on that play, and the man who made the tackle was Adam Fisher.
Howard, I talked to Dan Robbins for the game, and he said, you know, John, we have lost 6 defensive starters in the last several weeks. We got Shue back, Jason Shue, but they had McKibben. He left, Chris McGibbon, with a separated shoulder last week, and Garber broke a leg.
Luthi again. Not this time. The man who got him was Ian Blankenberger on 2nd and 6, and this will bring up 3rd down. There's a look at Chad Luthi, who also is a very good linebacker in addition to being their fullback.
I talked about Graber, broke his leg. McGibbon separated his shoulder. Their defensive end had a concussion who's playing tonight. He had that last week. They lost their free safety. They've been an injury-riddled defense, Northwestern has, and he says hopefully with the presence of Jason Shue, it will solidify their defensive backfield. He was kind of concerned about it coming into this week.
Well, they got the first down to the 19-yard line. Lochner in motion. Cottle flips it to Lochner, but an ill-advised play there. And the man who pushed him out of bounds was Austin Hart, number 25, and this will bring up 2nd down.
Hart did a great job of getting outside and not letting the Eastbrook Panthers turn the corner there, and that's what you got to do. Austin Hart really ran hard to try to cut off the pursuit angle for the offensive man, and basically great defensive play.
It's 2nd and 12. We're in the 2nd quarter. 10:55 left in the half. Eastbrook has the football and is leading 7-0. Lochner in motion again. They run left this time. The ball carrier is Jared Bowser, and he gets a few. First man to get him was Andy Hardy along with Kevin Hall.
Well,
Gain of 4. It'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Bowser actually ran a misdirection or a counter play. As they faked it right, they countered left with Bowser off of left tackle. And what'd you have him for there, Howard? Pickup of about what?
4, I believe, to make
4?
it 3rd and 8.
Good look at the coaching staff over on the sidelines of Northwestern, one of the assistant coaches. We had a look at Dan Robinson a little while ago.
All right, 3rd and 8. Let's see what Cottle does. He's back to throw. Good protection. Pass is complete to Warren Daly. Penalty marker down, though. Hold everything. David Betts made the tackle. They may bring it back. We'll wait and see.
That was Mark Hollingsworth, the defensive coordinator we had a look at of the Northwestern Tigers just a moment ago, the assistant coach. Well, I think this 18-yard gain is going to come back. Yes, a holding call. Dennis Casey was perfect on the call as usual. He's been pretty good lately, Howard.
He's got his last one right.
Yeah, I know. He's on a streak.
1 out of his last 2. He wants to be known as Mr. Consistency and Mr. Coffee, Joe DiMaggio.
Yes.
All right, they're bringing it back. Holding was the call. There it is.
Good look at the Northwestern Tigers sidelines. Jeff Adamson so far has had a very good run as the head coach of the Eastbrook Panthers. Of course, they moved to the CIC a year ago. Last year, they shared the CIC title with Frankton, and this year they won it outright. They're 11-0 coming in this ball game. Jeff Adamson's done a great job with his team along with his coaching staff.
3rd down and 20 from the 8. Cottle keeps the football. Hit hard by Hardy. Going to be stopped shy of the 1st down, but a substantial gain. And this will bring up 4th down.
Good look at Kevin Cottle. We talked about him in a pregame. We felt that the young sophomore quarterback had to step up and have a consistent game, but he, like you said, is going to be a little bit short on that run, and that'll bring up a punting situation.
He gained 13. It's 4th and 7. Chad Luthi is into punt. Standing at his own 10-yard line. It's blocked. The kick is blocked, and Northwestern will take over deep in Eastbrook territory. The man who blocked it was Mark Kichalik.
Well, we'll see this block coming up here. Boy, I'll tell you what, great play by Kichalik as he shot through there and was able to get a hand on it and block the punt. We'll see it right here. Luthi going to punt the football. One step, and look, Kichalik is right there to block it. I mean, He got all over that one, and that's a big break for Northwestern. They got the ball deep in Eastbrook Panther territory, Howard.
Let's see if they can capitalize it this time. They have had 2 scoring drives.
Ian Blankenberger recovered a fumble for Northwestern.
All right, the block kick, back to throw. Throwing deep right side, incomplete. Kevin Hall, the intended receiver. Gibson's pass incomplete, but there's a penalty marker down.
Would you say that maybe this is a holding too?
Yes, it is.
Well, Case is 2 for 2. I told you,
That's
Howard,
his
he's on a roll.
specialty.
Yeah, holding. He did a lot of that when he played for the Kokomo Wildcats some 22 years ago, him and his brother.
John Lochner provided the coverage on the play, but they're going to move it back. Even though the pass was incomplete, they're going to accept the penalty because it is a major one. And that moves the football back to the 30-yard line. It again will be first down. 1st and 20. 1st and 20 from the 30. Now here's where you don't try to get it all back at once. See what Nathan Gibson does. Gibson's back to throw. Throwing deep right side, and it is caught! Wow, what a play! I mean, Andrew Rossborough makes the reception, and Gibson was off balance as he threw that football.
Give a lot of credit to Andrew Rossborough, as he went down in a setting position and made that catch. And to begin with, on that 25-yard pass reception, Gibson was off balance and threw a bullet down there to Andrew Rossborough.
1st and goal to go from the 5. Andrew Rossborough also was a basketball player. We'll see him in December when we do the Northwestern Taylor game. One of the top basketball players in this area. 1st and goal to go. Hardy to about the 3. He got a couple. He's brought down by Robert Korn.
Boy, we thought this game would be a good one, and so far it's lived up to its billing as Northwestern's down inside the 5-yard line after that great reception from Andrew Rossborough from a off-balance Nathan Gibson, the quarterback.
Clock is running, 8:25 left in the first half, with Northwestern trailing 7-0, but knocking on the door here. 2nd and goal to go. Long count. Gibson's got it, running left. He keeps the football. He did not get in. And a very, very good defensive play by Robert Korn once again.
Boy, Korn's been there consistently. 6'2", about 180 pounds, and a junior. He's able to drag down Gibson from behind.
All right. There's a look at that Eastbrook defense, which already twice has held Northwestern deep in Eastbrook territory. There's a look at Nathan Gibson. 3rd and goal from the 3. Dennis Casey predicts a play-action pass to Rossborough for a touchdown. Well, we'll see. Gibson barking him out. Man in motion is Hardy. Gibson throwing to the right side. Caught. Touchdown. To Hardy. Andy Hardy makes the reception. It's a touchdown. It's 7-6.
It's a 3-yard touchdown pass from Gibson to Andy Hardy coming out of the backfield as he veered off to the near side of the field. You'll see Hardy coming out of the backfield. No one picks him up coming out of the backfield. He's all alone, makes a reception for the first touchdown of the night for the Tigers of Northwestern. With the extra point, we can tie it up here, Howard.
It is 7-6, and there's the extra point by Jason Shue. It is good. With a score, Northwestern 7, Eastbrook 7 on the IPP board. We'll pause for a moment.
Katina Drive on US 31. They have Mama Alardo's Pizza there, along with TCBY yogurt treats and great Subway sandwiches. 4 other convenient locations for Subway: the Markland Mall in Kokomo, Greentown, and 2 in Marion. That's Subway, where fresh as it tastes.
Clint Van Adder is going to kick off for Northwestern. There he is, number 21, John Lochner, and Chad Luthier, the deep men.
How about that block punt that set up that scoring drive for Northwestern, Howard?
Just terrific. There's that kick. It's end over end. It's taken at the 5-yard line. He fakes the handoff. Running the football is Lochner, I should say, across the 20 to the 27-yard line, where he's brought down by Northwestern's Bobby Brubaker. So a first down for Eastbrook. This is quite a football game, John Fox.
There's the Northwestern scoring drive. 4 plays, 20 yards, a minute 43. The big play was the block punt of Chad Luthi by Northwestern. They recovered it and took it in 4 plays later.
It's a first down for Eastbrook from its own 27. Carrying the football is number 32, Bowser. Cross the 30, close to the 32-yard line where Jason Shue brought him down. There's a look at Jared Bowser, a 6'2", 193-pound senior, number 32. And there's the man who made the tackle, Jason Shue. A gain of 5. It's 2nd and 5 from the 32. The clock is running. 6:50 to go in the first half. This game is tied at 7. Man in motion is Lochner. The handoff running right. Once again, it's Bowser. And he may very well have a first down. He's close to it. If not,
It's going to be awful close. Tim Borf's got those eyes peeled on the line of scrimmage there, and I think it's going to be a little short maybe.
David Betts along with Adam Fisher combined to make the stop. Let's call it 3rd down and 1. It is about a yard shy at the 36-yard line.
Well, Bowser, Howard, is your north-south runner, the big fullback. He's been getting 4 and 5 yards a pop consistently, but I've got to give a lot of credit to Northwestern. I don't think the big play for Eastbrook has come into play so far. Northwestern's doing a good job on defense there.
All right. They hand off, and I believe they got it. It's close.
Real close, Howard. Might be the nose of football here.
Bowser again, the ball carrier. Clint Van Adder made the tackle.
Bowser, 5 carries, 15 yards, and he's done it the hard way. And I think they're going to bring the chains out here possibly and measure this one. The winner of sectional 25 in Class 2A, which is North Judson 8-3 and Glenn 6-4, Howard next week in the regional will take on the winner of this Eastbrook Northwestern game. Of course, North Judson, they've had some great teams.
He got it.
Did I say the nose of the football?
I think you're right.
I've been around Tim Borf too long. He's starting to rub off on me.
I don't know how good that is, but that's another story at another time.
Yeah. Well, he's got keen eyesight, great vision.
It's always good to be around with people who have vision.
Yes.
They start the clock. A first down for the Eastbrook Panthers. 5:50 to go, first half. This one is tied at 7 on the TV 40 game of the week. Caudill back to throw on the run. Man wide open. Completed pass. And the man who caught the football was Warren Daly. There he is, the split end. And he's tackled by Austin Hart, but a terrific play by the Panthers.
Well, Warren Daly, there's a good look on a replay of rolling out to the right, Kevin Caudill. 20-yard pass completion to Warren Daly, and Daly makes a nice reception there. He is the 4th leading receiver on the team behind Lochner, Luthi, and Bowser.
They run right up the middle. Carrying the football is Caudill, and you're right, it's Warren Daly. My correction, I said Daly, it's Daly. In a 5 by Caudill, who's brought down by Northwestern's Ian Blankenberger. And there's a look at Ryan Lanson. Unfortunately, has not come into the game since injuring his left ankle. Clock running, 5 minutes to go in the half, 2nd and 5. Caudill keeps the football. And the first man who got him was Zach Byram.
Maybe a gain of about 3, possibly. You want to talk about a tough-nosed kid for the Eastbrook Panthers. Aaron Smith, their nose guard on defense. He broke the school record for sacks in one season. He's broken a bone in his hand. He's broken a bone in his finger. He's broken his nose all this season. He's broken 3 bones this season, and he's still out there playing. He's a tough, hard-nosed kid.
3rd and 3. And that is Luthi for the first down and more.
You want to know how tough Aaron Smith is? He almost didn't play this season because of an accident that occurred at a construction site, Howard. He suffered a broken wrist that required surgery and metal pins and was released just before the season started to play high school football. That's Aaron Smith, number 70 of Eastbrook. 3 broken bones, had his wrist operated on, and he's back playing.
Robert Rice made that last tackle. It's a first down from the 30. Luthi has rushed for 35 yards on 8 carries. They gained a yard. Luthi got about a yard, and that is it. Some very good pursuit by the Northwestern defense, led by Ian Blankenberger and Robert Rice.
When's the last time an Indianapolis Indian player has played with a broken bone? Huh?
Hadn't thought about it for a while, but
this kid's played with 3 of them this year.
2nd down, 8. This is the 9th play of the drive. The clock is running. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. Game tied at 7. Man in motion. This is Bowser running right. Gets away from one man inside the 20. Still on his feet. And finally tripped up sideline by Adam Fisher.
Fisher, number 30, did a good job of getting outside there to bring Luthi down, because Luthi had a nice run. 15-yard run in all for Bowser.
So it's a first down. Boy, they use their running backs so effectively. You don't know who's going to carry the football for them, whether it's going to be Luthi or Bowser, or whether the quarterback, Caudle, will keep it.
Well, that run and shoot, the misdirection, is meant to do that. Mix it up and confuse people.
First down from the 14-yard line. Bowser again. Not this time. Got him was Clint Van Natter.
Van Natter just stepped right up in the hole there and made a great defensive play.
Second down, 14, a loss of 4.
Well,
clock running, 2:40 to go in the half, tied at 7.
Clint Van Natter is our all-star player that works at Burns Marathon at US 31 and State Road 26, a fine sponsor of the TV 40.
Speaking of fine sponsors, Watson's our good buddies, Andy Freefontaine. They're going to have a big sale going on. All right, they put it on the ground. This is Luthi inside the 14 to about the 13-yard line. And the man who got him was Adam Fisher.
You look at Eastbrook offensively, carrying the football. Luthi, 1,216 yards coming in tonight. Bowser, the fullback, 714 yards. Their quarterback, Caudle, 577. And John Lochner has carried the ball for 287 yards. That is a lot of yards on the ground. And as far as passing the ball, Caudle has thrown for 766 yards.
There are your third down conversions. They're 3 of 6. It's 3rd and 10. They hand off to Lochner. He goes absolutely nowhere. That Northwestern defense with a terrific job stopping him there. And this will bring up 4th down, and we'll see if they go for the field goal. David Betts made the tackle.
Well, Betts is
number 51.
Right. He's been in there a lot tonight defensively for Northwestern. I mentioned it at the early part of the ball game. Good look at David Betts, 5'11", 215 pounds. And there is the Northwestern Tiger bench. John Lochner has the range. He's kicked 50-yard field goals in practice for Eastbrook. Let's see if they utilize that real strong toe. And I think he is changing his kicking into his kicking shoe right now out there in front of us on the field. And this would be quite a boot, depending on where they spot that football.
The clock. Minute to go in the first half. And with the score, timeout is called by Eastbrook. With a score, Eastbrook 7, Northwestern 7 on the IBP board. We'll pause for a moment.
For your next fundraising event, let Huffman Enterprises help with Zappa Snack French bread pizzas. These quality microwavable pizzas are perfect to raise money for
your office or business has a need to send out a large mailing, but not the time or the staff. Call Bonavista Industries. Bonavista Industries pre-sorts, labels, stuffs, collates, seals, and will even deliver to the post office. Call 457-8273 in Kokomo or 473-6744 in Peru. Bonavista Industries, if time is what you need. Ask them about their scanning and shredding services, too, at Bonavista. We took a good look just a moment ago at the sidelines of the Eastbrook Panthers. Jeff Adamson has enjoyed quite a bit of success at the helm of the Eastbrook Panthers, as I mentioned.
And now Northwestern has taken a timeout.
Here's the current scoring drive. 13 plays, 59 yards, 7 minutes, 30 seconds. They've chewed a lot of clock in the second quarter. And there's a good look at Dan Robinson. And I'm sure he's going to be bringing the folks to try to block this kick for Northwestern. Scoggins Realtors are proud to have served the community for over 25 years, leading the Kokomo area in real estate sales and into the year 2000. Scoggins Realtors, a member of the GMAC Home Service Real Estate Network. They encourage you to call them for all your real estate needs at 457-7214. Scoggins Realtors, saluting the 1999 Northwestern Tiger High School football team.
And Dan Robinson's son Scott is now a golf pro in Southern Indiana. We remember him in 1992. He led the Tigers, their quarterback, to the Dome, where they lost the championship game to Cathedral.
State runners up in 1992, Howard.
We had him several times that year on the TV 40 game of the week. Brian Ford was Cathedral's star player that year, who went to Notre Dame.
Going to be, what, about a 28-yarder maybe? 28, 27?
I think you're right.
Oh, it's going to be longer.
33. Okay, John Lochner is in for the field goal attempt. There he is, number 9. There are 58 seconds left in the first half. That kick has the distance. It is good. 33-yard field goal by John Lochner with a score, Eastbrook 10, Northwestern 7 on the IBP board. We'll pause for a moment.
IBP in Logansport, a leader in the
John Lochner, he can kick it from 50 yards. He's done it in practice. He's kicked them over 40 during the season. By the way, this is the first undefeated team in the school's history at Eastbrook, and it's the longest winning streak currently in the history of the school at 11 coming into the sectional championship.
That's Kevin Hall, number 40, who is deep, whom you see. 54 seconds left to go in the first half. And Dave Casey stops by to say hello, sports writer, Kokomo Tribune. And this is John Lochner's kick. Coming down. He's across the 15, 20, 25. It is Andy Hardy running it back to the far sideline. And Northwestern will have the football with 46 seconds left. I would think they'd run the clock out. A little too far to go.
I don't know. I tell you, with the kind of arm that Gibson's got and the fact he's thrown for over 2,079 yards and he's got a trio of good receivers, including Andrew Rossborough, he might try to put something up maybe across the middle, 20, 30 yards downfield.
Okay, we'll see. Brad Yorty made the tackle, but remember, Northwestern already has used a few of its timeouts. Let's see what Gibson does. Well, you're right, John. He's going to put it in the air.
Sideline pattern.
Underthrown, incomplete, intended for Kevin Hall. Coverage on the play provided by Kevin Caudle. So it's 2nd and 10 now from that 35-yard line.
I watched Eastbrook defensively that time. They had pretty much a zone coverage, where Northwestern, they've been challenging Eastbrook when Eastbrook had the ball to throw it into man coverage. And, of course, Eastbrook going with a little bit more of a zone type of coverage defensively against the pass.
All right, it's 2nd and 10. We'll see what Gibson does. Back to throw again over the middle. It is incomplete. Intended for Andy Hardy. And he was being pressured by Andy Phillips, who was rushing Gibson. There's Phillips, number 67.
Good look at Phillips, 6'2", 195-pound senior. He actually went outside to where the defensive end was and just shot right in and got to the legs of Gibson just as he was releasing it. And I think that's what caused the pass to be a little short. Gibson is 3 of 12, Howard, passing for 32 yards. Of course, they had the big play, was the hook and ladder play.
On 3rd and 10, this time they put it on the ground. They go absolutely nowhere. Josh Hopper, the ball carrier. And let's see if Eastbrook calls time to stop the clock. 24 seconds. They are not calling time. It is running down. That clock continues to run. 15 seconds.
They can just
Bobby Maddox in punt formation. They'd like to see it run out.
Yeah, they can just about, with a play clock,
3 seconds.
They can run it out.
And that's the end of the first half. On the IBP board, it's Eastbrook 10, Northwestern 7. We'll be right back.
Indiana Business College.
Okay, we'll take a look at 10-7 halftime Eastbrook lead through the highlights of our engineer, Rick Martin. And the first one we're going to take a look at is the first touchdown of the night for Eastbrook, a 1-yard TD run from Jared Bowser. Next up, Gibson back to pass on the hook and ladder. He goes to Andrew Rossborough, who flips it downfield to Ryan Lance, and Lance picks up substantial yardage on this play, even though Northwestern failed to score on that drive. Back to pass now is Kevin Cottle of Eastbrook. He's intercepted. The interception came from Jason Shue, defensive back of Northwestern. And here's the only touchdown and score of the first half for Northwestern, a 3-yard TD pass from Nathan Gibson to Andy Hardy. And that is a look at the halftime the highlights. Here's the halftime stats. First down 6 for Eastbrook, 5 for Northwestern. Very even. Look at the rushing yardage. Very even also. 99 for Eastbrook, 101 for Northwestern. Passing yards 20 for Eastbrook, 32 for Northwestern. Total offense 119 for Eastbrook, 133 for Northwestern. 1 fumble for Northwestern. Penalties 2 for 17 yards for Eastbrook, 1 for 10 yards for Northwestern. And that is a look at the tail of the tape of the halftime stats, and a great job done once again by our engineer on the highlights by Rick Martin. We'll take a moment to recognize our fine sponsors here at halftime, and we'll be back with the second half kickoff after these messages. 3 or in Peru at 473-6744. They will shred your excess and outdated papers with their shredding service. Bonavista also offers digital imaging to further save you time, space, and money. Bonavista Industries. Call Kokomo 457-8273 or Peru 473-6744.
We're going to Peru during the basketball season. And after that, we'll go to Argentina. All right. Clint Van Natter will be kicking off. Our first high school basketball game of the season. We are right here in Kokomo, Northwestern playing Taylor. Clint Van Natter kicking off. John Lochner and Chad Luthi are the deep men. And the second half is underway. Eastbrook leading 10-7. That is Lochner running right. And finally tripped up at the far sideline. And the man who got him was Michael Doherty.
Well, Northwestern, of course, ranked 5th in Hoosier Basketball Magazine preseason. They've got Austin Parkinson, Andrew Rossborough. Of course, Austin Parkinson going to Purdue. And, boy, Taylor is ranked 10th, I believe. 12th, I'm sorry.
All right, first down from the 38. They got a few on that play. And again, Eastbrook, I tell you, it's tough to tell what Kevin Caudle's going to do from play to play.
You know, talking about that Northwestern-Taylor matchup, we said they're ranked 5th in Hoosier Basketball Magazine preseason. 12th is Taylor. Josh Grant's the big gun for Taylor coming back this year. I know you and Dave Nicholson have a lot of fun with that season opening game.
We will, and Kevin Caudle carried the football on the first play from scrimmage of the third quarter. Jason Shue made the tackle. It is a gain of 4. It's second down and 6 from the 42-yard line.
Big defensive series here for Northwestern. Obviously, Eastbrook wants to set the tempo and the momentum and keep a good sustained drive going to start the second half.
Lochner in motion. The handoff as they run left goes to Bowser. Penalty marker down. Bowser is run out of bounds by Clint Van Natter, but hold everything. There's a penalty marker.
Hey, it's a holding again, and Casey's 3 for 3.
Well, all he says is holding every time, and so far he's been right every time.
Good look at Jared Bowser, the big fullback for Eastbrook. He's carried the ball over 700 yards this season. He's a good blocking back, good durable runner, 4 or 5 yards. He's strong. I mentioned before he was a catcher on the semi-state baseball team Eastbrook had last year.
There it is. They mark it off against the Panthers, who are leading 10-7, John.
Well, of course, we've got the Bob Davie Show every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. right here on TV 40. He'll be talking about the Tennessee Volunteers and their number 4 going up against the Notre Dame Irish. And we also have that game on. Nope. Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what, that game is in Tennessee, and it's going to be a tough time for Notre Dame. They've got their hands full with the Vols. Lochner in motion. Caudle has the football. He's going to keep it. Still on his feet. He has a first down and more. No, I beg your pardon. That he did not make the first down. The tackle was made by Jordan Heinzman.
Well, Heinzman did a good job of making that stop there for Northwestern. We've called his name a couple times so far. And, you know, you take a look at that defense, it's more of a 44 package, 4 down linemen, 4 linebackers, and 3 deep people for the Northwestern Tigers. But they show you a lot of different looks off of that 4-4 by moving linebackers up and trying to present the look of a 5 or a 6-man line, mainly a 6-man line when they tuck the backers up.
3rd down and 7.
Well, Kevin Caudle is 10 rushes for 48 yards tonight.
He's back to throw on 3rd and 7. Throws, it is incomplete. And the intended receiver was Warren Daly. And Caudle was throwing off his back foot.
Well, I mentioned earlier in the ball game, Kevin Caudle is already ahead of his older brother's stats as a sophomore. He comes from a very athletic family. His brother David played in North-South All-Star football game and now presently plays for Morehead State University in Kentucky. David holds 12 of the school's records for passing, rushing, and scoring. Wouldn't that be something if his brother finally outdoes him?
There's Luthie's punt. What a bounce it takes for the Panthers. Wow. And it will be down. And with the score, Eastbrook 10, Northwestern 7 on the IBP board. We'll pause for a moment. They go straight ahead. Josh Hopper, the ball carrier. He gets a few. And that'll bring up 2nd down, John Fox.
Scoggins Realtors are proud to have served this community for over 25 years, leading the Kokomo area in real estate sales into the year 2000. Scoggins Realtors is a member of the GMAC Home Service Real Estate Network, and they encourage you to call them for any real estate needs at 457-7214. Scoggins Realtors saluting the 1999 Northwestern Tiger football team. Ryan Lance now back in the lineup for Northwestern.
There he is. He just came in the game, got a big hand, and that's he carrying the football, hit at the line of scrimmage by Chad Luthie, who also made the tackle on the previous play.
We're looking at some first half stats rushing for the Northwestern Tigers. Lance had 5 carries for 77 yards before that carry. Good look at Chad Luthie, linebacker and fullback, 2-way starter. 89 solo tackles this season for Luthie, and quite a defensive player. And Lance is back off the field, Howard.
That's too bad. And by the way, Luthie with a 48-yard punt a moment ago. 3rd and 5. See what Gibson does. He's back to throw. Right side, and he held on to the football. Kevin Hall makes the reception. What a catch. He was belted by a couple of men.
Yeah, he was sandwiched, I think is a better word. He was belted, but he was the middle of an Eastbrook Panthers sandwich, kind of a little slant pattern about 15 yards downfield, and you saw him get hit from both sides. Great concentration on the catch by Hall. A 16-yard pickup for Northwestern, Howard.
And a first down from the 31. Northwestern trailing 10-7. Gibson is 4 of 13. 48 yards. He is being thrown. He gets it away, throws it away as he is almost brought down, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And boy, they were putting, and the men who were putting the pressure, the men were Aaron Smith and Robert Korn.
Looking at other rushing stats, I said Ryan Lance, 5 carries, 77 yards. Here's Gibson. Look at his stats. 4 passes. 4 passes completed out of 14. And it's 1 touchdown tonight. That was a 3-yard TD pass to Andy Hardy.
All right, John Fox, it's 2nd and 10. Gibson back to throw. Swing pass left. It is caught. Josh Hopper almost intercepted, but Hopper caught it, turned it into a substantial gain. He's going to be stopped a little shy of the first down. Brad Yorty made the tackle, but these Northwestern Tigers are faced with a 3rd down and 1.
Let's take a look at a replay here, Howard, as you see the catch being made out there by Hopper. And he actually trapped that ball on his hip. Look at that. He carried about 3 yards on his hip before he was able to bring it up and get it under control just before he was hit. Good play by Josh Hopper of Northwestern.
John, big play here. 3rd and 1, 41 with 7 minutes. 25 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The clock is running. Northwestern with the ball, down 10-7. Quarterback keep. A 1st down and more for Nathan Gibson, who is across the 45 to the 46-yard line, where he is brought down by Andy Phillips.
Okay, Gibson, 5 completed passes out of 15 attempted. 57 total yards, no interceptions, 1 TD throw, as I mentioned. Rushing, Gibson 4 carries, 1 yard tonight. Hardy 2 carries, 2 yards. Hopper 3 carries, 21 yards. Lance, of course, injured, has 6 carries for 78 yards.
All right, John, it's a 1st down from the 46-yard line. Gibson to throw. Rushed out of the pocket. Against the grain, his pass is incomplete, underthrown, intended for Jason Shue. So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10, and Gibson had pressure applied by Aaron Smith.
Well, Hardy has 1 reception for 3 yards and a touchdown, and Andrew Rossborough 2 receptions for 29 yards tonight for Northwestern. That's a tail of the tape offensively for them. When Eastbrook goes on offense, I'll let you know how they're doing.
This has been a very, very exciting football game to watch.
A lot of defense, good defense.
Yep. On a delay on 2nd and 10, Shue stumbles. He got 1 yard or 2, and that's it, and that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Tigers. That clock is running. 6:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. All right, it's 3rd down. 3rd and 8 from the 48. Big play for the Tigers, trailing by 3. Gibson to throw. Oh, he's airing it out. Completely underthrown. Kevin Hall is intended receiver. The coverage on the play provided by Kevin Caudle, and it was a good deal underthrown, so they went for the big one. There is Kevin Hall.
Well, you probably saw the graphic on the screen. Northwestern was 3 of 7 before that play on 3rd down conversion, so now they're 3 of 8, and they're going to be forced to punt to Eastbrook. It's been a defensive struggle. Both teams have played exceptionally well, and I talked about in the pregame with you, Howard, if it comes down to a field goal kicking contest, Eastbrook obviously has a decided advantage with John Lochner with a great leg.
Bobby Maddox in punt formation. Boy, he really got his leg into that one. Good hang time. And it bounces, going to be down to around the 22-yard line. And with this score, Eastbrook 10, Northwestern 7 on the IBP board. We'll pause for a moment. This is Subway people. The play is back in. They run right on 1st down.
Right now, you can get new TCBY milkshakes for 99 cents. And if you swap it with your drink in a fresh value meal, you get a 6-inch A1 steak and cheese sub, 21-ounce drink, and a bag of chips for just $5.19 at Subway shops. And 114 North Dixon Road is one of the fine locations. The Markland Mall in Kokomo, Greentown, and 2 in Marion.
Chad Luthi was the ball carrier on 1st down. He got 3. It's 2nd and 7. This time it's Bowser. Bowser, he got about, it's going to bring up about a 3rd and 2. Bobby Maddox made the tackle.
Well, there's a good look at Jared Bowser. He has 6 touchdowns, 30 yards plus this year. He is a 3-year starter in football and baseball. As I mentioned before tonight, He was a catcher of last year's semi-state baseball team. A very good athlete is Jared Bowser.
3rd and 2 from the 30. Clock running, 4:55 left, 3rd quarter. On this big play, they give it to Luthi for the first down and more. Finally brought down by Andy Hardy, but he's got the first down. Chad Luthi.
Heard a lot of good things about Chad Luthi. I talked about him in the first half hour, how he misses his grandfather, Fred, who passed away this fall. That was a 10-yard run for Chad Luthi. Both Luthi and his grandfather were very close, and he's dedicated the rest of this season to his grandfather's memory, and he's running hard out there tonight.
He's got the first down. The football at the 40. A gain of 10 on that last play. And this time, Caudle keeps the football. He's close to the 45-yard line. There's a good look at Kevin Caudle, a 5'11", 160-pounder. And Robert Rice made the tackle. So this will bring up 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 from the 45.
Well, you mentioned the 1992 state runner-up for the Northwestern Tigers under Dan Robinson, and a lot of success at Eastbrook. They're sectional champs, 93, 94, 97.
Lochner in motion. There's Luthi. Well, he's going to be very close to the first down, maybe just a little shy of it. We'll see where they spot the football, and he's brought down by Ian Blankenberger.
We'll take a look at Chad Luthi's numbers for the night, as I talked about him and his great high school career. He's rushed for over 1,000 yards this year. He's only the 3rd Eastbrook runner to rush for over 1,000 yards. There's a good look at Chad in the huddle.
It is 3rd down.
13
and a yard.
Sorry, Howard. 13 carries, 58 yards for Luthi tonight.
3rd down. Lochner for the first down. He's got it down to the 47-yard line. So a big play, and once again, these Eastbrook Panthers grinding it out here. And the tackle made by Bobby Maddox. Another first down for the Panthers.
Pounding running plays. That's on my cheat sheet, my stats for tonight, my notes, if you will. That's what Dan Robinson said about Eastbrook. Pounding running game.
Well, I'll
just
tell you,
bring it right at you.
Well, you're right, John, but I think had Ryan Lance not gotten hurt, Northwestern would have been running the ball much more as well. But their running game negated with Lance out with the ankle injury.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Eastbrook does a great job of getting off the ball up front. Their right tackle is Chris Petty, Andy Phillips, the right guard, the center, Craig Turner, Dave Burns, left tackle.
Caudle keeps the football, 40, 35, 30, still on his feet, and tackled inside the 20-yard line by Austin Hart.
He's shaken up too, Howard, there on the sidelines. I don't know where they got the wind knocked out of him. He went down real hard at the end of the play. 27-yard play for Kevin Caudle there, but you can see, Howard, he's visibly shaken.
Officials time. Caudle has carried the ball 12 times for 80 yards as they attend to him. There it is, 12 carries, 80 yards for Caudle.
Well, TV 40 will bring you the entire state high school football tournament. Next week, we'll have the regional at 10:30 on Friday night. The following Friday night, November 19th at 10:30, we'll have the semi-state. And then we have the 1A state finals at 8 o'clock on Friday night, November 26th. To follow that, the 2A state finals at 10:30 on Friday night. Then we move to Saturday, Thanksgiving weekend, with more football for you live at noon, the 3A state championships, followed by the 4A finals at 3:30 on November 27th in the afternoon. And then finally, the 5A state crown will be decided starting at 7 o'clock right here on TV 40. All the state high school football playoffs right here on TV 40.
Joe Lochner is the backup quarterback. That's number 6, not John, John's brother. So with a score, Eastbrook 10, Northwestern 7 on the IBP board. We'll pause for a moment.
Bonavista Industries of Peru and Kokomo can help your business. Bonavista Industries specializes in shrink wrapping, part sorting, reworking, or inspection, not to forget parts and container washing. Plus, Bonavista Industries offers first-class and bulk mail services. Call Kokomo 457-8273 or Peru 473-6744. That's Bonavista Industries of Peru and Kokomo.
I believe we've got a basketball game scheduled at Peru this season. They haven't been there since 1992 when Wally Johnson was the coach. Okay, well, it's going to be John Lochner who's quarterbacking now. He keeps the football brought down near the far sideline. That clock is running, 2:50 to go in the third quarter. John
Lochner has scored 7 different ways this season: a rushing TD, a receiving TD, punt return for a TD, a PAT kick, a field goal, an interception return for a TD, and has also thrown for a score. And that is quite a versatile, dimensional offensive player.
It's 2nd down and 10. They go up the middle. The ball carrier was Chad Luthi. And the tackle made by Jordan Heinzman. So this will bring up 3rd down and 6. The clock running, 2:05 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's quite an athlete, John Lochner, having scored 7 different ways this season, from offense to defense to kick and punt returns to PATs and field goals.
1:55 to go third quarter. Big play here. 3rd down. 3rd and 6. Lochner to throw, left side. It is caught.
Oh, boy.
Did he get in? No, did not get in.
It looked like he was standing in the end zone when he caught the ball.
Boy, I thought so too.
Boy, that's hard to tell. And the one official was looking around for some consultation from his fellow official. That ball was right at the goal line. If not, he might have been a foot inside. Here's John Lochner's pass downfield. Let's take a look. It's a 15-yard play, and the camera work shows that I think the ball might have broke the plane there. His foot was on the goal line.
Mark Miller caught the football, and the tackle made by Jason Chu. 1st and goal to go. Lochner handing off, and going into the end zone is Jared Bowser for the touchdown, and it's 16-7 Eastbrook. .138 left to go in the third quarter, and there are some Eastbrook fans.
Pretty happy, too, I might add.
I don't blame him. John Lochner for the extra point. Second time we've had a 1-yard run for a TD this evening by Lochner.
By Jared Bowser, you mean?
I'm sorry, right, by Bowser. Lochner is in for the extra point. His kick has the distance. It is good. With this score, Eastbrook 17 and Northwestern 7 on the IBP board. We'll pause for a moment. There's the Northwestern sideline.
Boy, that's
17-7 Eastbrook.
Sorry, Howard. I was just going to mention that's a tough situation to put anybody in. They got to go in, be a backup quarterback after they've been a receiver, a running back the whole game, play defense, and all of a sudden you're asked to march your team on down the field. He throws a 15-yard strike to the goal line. Next play, they put it in. 11 plays, 78 yards, 4 minutes, 33 seconds elapsed time on that scoring drive. The big play was a 15-yard pass from John Lochner downfield.
And Lochner will be kicking off. A little over a minute and a half left to go in the third quarter.
Don't forget, we'll have high school football regional action right here on TV 40. Join my good friend Howard Kellman and Charles Stafford next week. I'm going to take the week off, Howard.
You're entitled to a week off.
That's right. 10:30 next Friday night.
I don't know how we'll survive without you, but we'll try.
I'll be back for the semi-state.
All right. Look forward to that. Lochner's kick end over end. And taking it's being run back by Shu. He is up to the 27-yard line, where it'll be a 1st and 10 for the Northwestern Panthers, trailing 17-7. Craig Turner made the tackle.
Well, Howard,
the Northwestern Tigers can do here.
Eastbrook leading 17-7 here. I think if you're Dan Robinson, you've been successful throwing the ball, why go away from it? I look for Northwestern to put the ball in the air again.
Well, I think you're right. Without Ryan Lance, they don't have the same ground game. There's no doubt about that. Lance out with the injured ankle. There's a look at Dan Robinson and his troops. They'll start from their own 27. And the quarterback is Nathan Gibson, working out of the shotgun. Back to throw. Good protection. Very good protection. He's got his man. Still on his feet. A great effort by Jason Shue. Catch and run. And Joe Lochner made the tackle.
Well, you think that they did miss Jason Shue the last 4 weeks. He's back from an injury, and he's making his presence known. We'll take a look at the replay here of Gibson throwing this one 14 yards, actually 13 yards in all, to Jason Shue. And Shue's got some nifty little moves, Howard, after he catches the ball as he jukes a couple of tacklers. And yeah, he's got some quick shoes, as Dennis Casey said.
Good thing you attributed that line to Dennis Casey.
Yes, I had to.
13 yards and a first down from the 40. Once again, Gibson out of the shotgun. All the time in the world. Incomplete, almost intercepted. He threw the football right into the hands of number 30, Evan Ballinger, who dropped it.
Ballinger's made a couple great defensive plays tonight for the Eastbrook Panthers. And Dan Robinson talking to his quarterback there on the sidelines. Good look. Great camera work by our TV 40 crew. They've done an exceptional job all year long, Howard.
Kevin Hall was the intended receiver. Our executive producer is Dennis Casey. Director Dave Strite. Statistician spotter Tim Borf. Okay, it is now 2nd down and 10 from the 40. Gibson to throw again, all the time in the world. Wow. Incomplete. Incomplete. The coverage on the play provided by Jared Bowser, and the intended receiver was Adam Fisher. Dave West handling the graphics. Our audio man is Greg Okenauer. Rick Martin's our engineer.
Did a great job on the highlights.
Corey Rude, Greg Alexander, Keith Huffman, and Kevin Carr all handling the cameras. Thanks to all of them for making it possible here on TV 40. 3rd and 10. 48 seconds left to go. On 3rd and 10. Incomplete. It was deflected, and the man who deflected it was Chad Luthi. There he is, number 22.
Yes, Luthi got a hand on it, and it's now prompted the Northwestern Tigers to punt on 4th and 10. Good look at Chad Luthi. We've talked about him a lot so far tonight.
Bobby Maddox in punt formation, John.
There's a good look at the replay there of Luthi deflecting the ball away.
Maddox gets a good snap. Gets his leg into this one. It is taken at the 27-yard line, and he is tackled immediately. Chad Luthi brought down immediately. It'll be a first down for Eastbrook, with Eastbrook leading 20-7. Mark Kuchalik made the stop.
Subway located in Kokomo at 114 North Dixon Road, corner of Morgan and Washington. And also on US 31, they have Mama Alardo's Pizza. We enjoyed it tonight. TCBY Treats. And they also have Subway sandwiches. 4 other convenient Subway locations: Markland Mall in Kokomo, Greentown, and 2 in Marion.
34-yard punt. It is 17-7 Eastbrook here. And we may have one more play in this quarter. They go nowhere at all on first down. Chad Luthi, the ball carrier, and the tackle made by Bobby Maddox. And this will bring up 2nd down. The clock is running. We may not get another play off. 15 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, if you're Eastbrook, you want to get the ball and have time of possession on your side with a 10-point lead, Howard, going into that 4th quarter.
Well, you're right, and we will not get another playoff. Eastbrook leading 17-7. That's the end of the third quarter on the IBP board. The Panthers lead the Tigers 17-7. Back in a moment.
Eastbrook leading going in here the fourth quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Burns Marathon, US 31 and State Road 26. That's the regular hangout of Dennis Casey. You can catch him there Monday through Friday.
Probably Saturdays and Sundays,
Probably
too.
Saturdays and Sundays.
Jerry and Gary Burns, two fine people.
I don't agree, though. I think that if you teach your kids that they can, that whatever you dream.
Fish have other plans for you.
The end zone, and he never, spiked the ball and very often celebrated after touchdown because he knew he was coming back.
Had a lot of class. On 2nd and 9. That clock is running. Lochner straight up the middle. Fights his way for a few. The clock is running. 9:45 left in the game. And the tackle made by Zach Byram. This will bring up 3rd down and 5. Right, 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're Eastbrook, what you want to do here, Howard, is get that first down and keep possession of the football.
Football at the 47-yard line. Eastbrook is 7 of 13 on 3rd down conversions, and they're faced with a 3rd and 5 here.
Like you said, 7 of 13 3rd down conversions for Eastbrook. But Walter Payton, what a class guy. A guy that come out of a small school.
Jackson State.
Yes.
He and Jackie Slater. He's running the ball. Lochner. And there's a penalty marker down, though. A penalty marker down. This could be negated. A terrific run by John. Tend to think it's against the offense under those circumstances. We'll wait and see.
I think it is a holding, and if it is, guess what, Howard? Dennis is 4 of 4 tonight.
He hasn't been 4 for 4 since his Little League days.
No. But like I said, he's used to that holding call.
Here it is, John.
Here's a look at the replay, and let's see if we can get the holding. I think it was on 57 right there, maybe.
No, here comes a flag right about now.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see the flag.
That one.
Yeah, I didn't see the flag.
I saw the flag the first time. I didn't see it on the replay. Dennis said the penalty's on you. I saw the penalty during the play, and I think he'd already made the first down when the flag went down. There is an off-the-air verbal battle taking place between John and Dennis. John getting on Dennis about Kokomo's record when Dennis was there. Dennis getting on John, saying John was responsible for that holding call.
Oh, it's been a great game tonight. I tell you, Northwestern still in this ball game.
3rd and 10. Luthi. First down and more. Still on his feet. Far sideline. And brought down inside the 10-yard line.
Beautiful run by Chad Luthi down the far sidelines. Not only does he keep possession for Eastbrook with the first down, but they are deep inside Northwestern territory. And we'll take a look at a replay. Handoff goes to Luthi. He runs 48 yards and all. He breaks a tackle right at the initial line of scrimmage. And then he just follows the blocking real well. Picked up a couple good blocks on his way to that run. And Luthi breaks another tackle, arm tackles. Finally, he's clipped down inside the 10-yard line.
There's Chad Luthi. There are his numbers, John.
16 carries tonight for Chad Luthi, 110 yards. So he's well over 1,300 yards on the season.
It is a first down. they could conceivably make a first down without getting a touchdown, as the football is just outside the 10. 8:25 to go in the game. The clock is running, and Eastbrook is leading 17-7. Luthi again. Not this time, and once again David Betts made the stop, the first man to get him.
Ian Blankenbaker also in there to stand him up, and I think Luthy's a little slow getting up.
Now he's on his feet. A loss of a yard, second down, 11 from the 11. Clock is running. 7:50 to go in this one. I'm Howard Kellman with John Fox. There's your IBP scoreboard. This is the TV 40 game of the week.
Well, next week, sectional number 25, winner plays sectional 26. Right now, things are looking good for the Eastbrook Panthers unless Northwestern can stop them here and get some big mo going on offense. North Judson 8-3 is taking on Glenn 6-4 in the other sectional matchup that'll feed into the regional next week.
Quarterback Heat. He doesn't go too far. Jordan Heinzman made the tackle.
Even if Eastbrook cannot score a touchdown here, remember they've got John Lochner, who's got a very capable leg with inside 50 yards, Howard, and a field goal at this point would even put him up by 13.
Well, you're right. We're under 7 minutes. It's 3rd and 13. Actually, the ball closer to the 14. Clock running. 6:40 to go in this one. There are those Eastbrook Panthers. They're leading 17-7.
Eastbrook Panthers third down conversions 8 of 14 tonight.
He's running. Lochner runs with a football, hit immediately. The first man who hit him was Betts, David Betts. That slowed him down enough. And it's 4th down, but they have eaten up a lot of clock, John.
Well, I talked about that time of possession at the start of the quarter. Eastbrook had the ball over 22 minutes. Northwestern only 13 minutes, and Eastbrook has added to it here, and they're going to take their time here with John Lochner putting on the kicking shoe, Howard.
Yes, and they're leading 17-7, and we are at the 6-minute mark with the clock running.
Any way you look at it, Northwestern's going to have to score twice more to stay in this ball game, whether it's a touchdown and a field goal or a couple of scores is what they're going to need.
Timeout, Eastbrook. We'll stay right here. Did he think we were going to leave? Of course not. You know we'll stay right
all
here.
Year. I mean, we're not going anyplace. Not when you're talking about a great game like we've had here tonight. Well, on Thanksgiving weekend, you'll have a football feast here on TV 40. The 1A state finals at 8 o'clock on Friday night, November 26th, followed up at 10:30 with a 2A matchup. And then on Saturday, we'll go live at noon on Saturday, November 27th, with the 3A state finals, followed up by the 4A contest at 3:30, and then we'll culminate with the 5A state championship at 7 o'clock on Saturday night, November 27th. That is a lot of football Thanksgiving weekend right here on TV 40. We're going to be busy, Howard.
We look forward to that.
Oh, I'm excited.
Next week, we'll talk about what takes place on TV 40 in the month of March.
That's exciting.
Yep. Well, there is the Northwestern sideline as the timeout continues with 5:45 to go in the game. It's a 4th and 10, and I think Eastbrook will be attempting a field goal here.
Well, the offensive play of Eastbrook has been the quarterback keeper on the option, the pounding running of Chad Luthi and Jared Bowser in the middle. They've only thrown the ball 4 times tonight, but when they have thrown the ball, they've been successful. There's a look at the injured players I was speaking of, 2 of them on the sidelines on crutches for Northwestern. They have lost 6 defensive players during the course of this year, and only one of them has returned from injury.
Okay.
So that's certainly hurt Northwestern defensively.
Lochner in for the field goal. Hold everything. Penalty markers down.
Yeah, I think we're going to defensive offside penalty against Northwestern, and that could give Eastbrook a very close look at a first down. What is it, Howard? They're about...
No, it's 4th and 10 from the 10.
Okay.
That's full. Don't be suckers.
But now with that penalty, it's going to be almost like a chip shot, almost like an extra point kick, a PAT.
Well, the officials confer.
That's Tim Fogarty right there, the referee with a white hat on the screen. He's from Lafayette, Indiana. He's also a college basketball official.
Well, it's a legal procedure.
Well, I guess for John Lochner, it's not going to be a chip shot, but more of a field goal try here.
It's actually at the 17. They had it down as the 10. It was at the 12, so it'll be about a 33, 34-yard attempt, I believe.
There's Tom Wilson on the right of the screen. Jeff Adamson was right in the center, coaching staff of the Eastbrook Panthers.
It's going to be a 35-yard attempt, but Lochner certainly has the leg strength to do it.
And look at it, the holder is a lineman. How often do you see a lineman holding on extra points and field goal attempts, Howard? Number 67 is the holder for Eastbrook. That is Andy Phillips. And I didn't tell you about Andy Phillips, but he's quite a player. He is an all-state football selection.
And the official talks to Jeff Adamson, the head coach here at Eastbrook.
Well, the holder, Andy Phillips, a very athletic player, started as a sophomore at free safety, as well as all-conference in the MIC. As a junior, he moved to offensive guard and linebacker, named to the Indiana Football Coaches Association 2A All-State team as a guard. He also played in several games as a backup quarterback. This is the guy that's holding the ball as a lineman now. He started out as a sophomore as a free safety, and he has several school records in weightlifting. Quite an athlete.
Yes, sir. Okay, here's Lochner with a 35-yard field goal attempt. His team is leading 17-7. Good snap. Has the distance. It is good with plenty to spare. Eastbrook now leads it 20-7. We'll stay right here.
That was a big field goal there for the Eastbrook Panthers. As you mentioned, not much time left up there in the fourth quarter. 5 minutes, 41 seconds. And obviously the time of possession has been owned tonight by Eastbrook. If you're Northwestern, you don't want time of possession now. You want quick score, Howard, quick.
Yep, and not only did he make it, boy, he made it with plenty to spare.
Boy, you look at a blue-collar team. This Eastbrook team is definitely blue-collar. I mentioned Aaron Smith before, playing with 3 broken bones this year. A finger, a hand, and a nose, all during the same season. It had wrist surgery from a construction accident when he was working on a construction site during the summer, and he gets cleared to play before the first game of the season. You're talking about some, there's a look at the replay. Nice hole put down by Andy Phillips, a lineman holder, and look at a beautiful kick.
I was just thinking the same thing. What great form he had, John.
Yeah.
Incredible.
That was
beautiful,
a 35-yarder.
Yeah,
he could have kicked that probably 50, right?
Yeah, I'd say so. Maybe even more than that. It just shot through there. John's got a picture of Ray Nitschke. An autographed picture of Ray Wildman Nitschke, linebacker, Green Bay Packers.
Taken at his house, Howard. Well, the latest scoring drive, a 35-yard field goal by John Lochner. 6 minutes, 55 seconds, time of possession on that drive for a field goal. 10 plays, 55 yards, a key play, 16-yard run on 3rd and 11 by Lochner, and a 48-yard run on 3rd and 11 by Luthi.
Well, he lined that one. It is being taken by Kevin Hall. Hall running it straight up. There's a penalty marker down. May have been after the play. Ball run up to the 22-yard line, but let's check out the penalty. Clipping, and that'll bring it back.
Well, I just wanted to bring that in and show it to you, Howard. I'm glad I looked in my folder and remembered to show you that. We were talking about the Green Bay Packers a couple weeks ago. That's my pride and joy right there.
It's a beautiful picture of Ray Nitschke, who was a great one.
Remember when he played in The Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds?
Yes, I did see that movie. Dave and Dennis Casey met Ray Nitschke in Kokomo back when they were about 10 years old.
Come on now,
Okay, here we go. Northwestern down 20-7. Gibson to throw. His pass is complete to Andrew Rossborough. Rossborough immediately brought down by David Burns. This will bring up a 2nd and 5, a gain of 5.
They're going to
Clock
have
running. 5:15 to go.
You're right, Howard. They're going to have to throw the football if they've got any chance of getting back in this game. They're going to have to come up with a big play. They've not had the big play so far tonight other than that hook and ladder.
Yep, they've been held to 7 points. It's 20-7 Eastbrook. Gibson throwing once again to Rossborough. Once again complete. He got out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. The tackle made by Brad Yorty. And this will bring up a 1st down. It's a 1st down. There's a look at Rossborough.
That hook and ladder play normally works only 1 time or 2 times because a defender comes up, and what he does is he smacks that receiver hard before he can even get a pitch. We'll take a look at a replay. I for some reason, thought that we might see that again, but Rossborough makes the catch, and then just, great play by Rossborough to get the ball out of bounds.
Well, he didn't get a very good spot, I'll tell you that. It's 3rd and 1. That pass is incomplete. An interesting call on 3rd and 1. Now, let's see what they do. They're back at their own 20-yard line, but they're down by some 2 touchdowns, so they may very well go for it. Dan Robinson was at North Central High School before he came back here, and Taylor University. Offensive coordinator there for a couple of years. Same with North Central High School, and also involved with the Kokomo Mustangs.
A little bit of every level. College, some semi-pro, high school, Howard.
Right, exactly.
Northwestern's only 2 losses to Lewis Cats, which they avenged last week in the sectional, and they lost to Westfield.
And by the way, Dan was still teaching here at Northwestern that time. He was away coaching other places. I don't think he got it. Josh Hopper, the ball carrier, doesn't look as if he made the 1st down, and he was met head-on by Robert Korn.
Boy, a defensive surge by 3 front people there, led by number 65 for the Eastbrook Panthers, and we've talked about him a lot tonight, and he did a great job, Robert Korn, of getting in there. Good look at Robert Korn, defensive end. Somebody else was in there. I just didn't pick up the number. I thought it was 78, Howard. Did you pick it up? Was it Chris Petty?
Yep. Along with, as we said, Robert Korn.
Well, if you're Eastbrook, you just want to fall on that football or hold on to it and run some clock.
Eat up some clock. Eastbrook leading 20-7. That is Luthi.
Flag.
Penalty marker down. 4:42 left in the game. And the tackle made by Jordan Heinzman. Face mask against Northwestern.
Well, as I mentioned, the winner of this sectional will take on the winner of sectional number 25 between North Judson and Glenn, and things are looking pretty promising for Eastbrook. Their first undefeated season, Howard. Their most consecutive wins ever in the school history, could be approaching 12 here in about another 4 minutes.
Yep. Luthi has carried the football 18 times. There it is for 112 yards. Mighty impressive evening. Well, John also has a picture, where is it, of Bart Starr.
Next week.
All right, we'll see that next week. You won't be here the week after. We'll see.
It'll be a week after. I'll bring it with me.
Bart Starr, he was a cool customer.
Come on now, Dave!
Got every ounce out of his ability. Man in motion. Luthi running left. Gets a few. The clock will continue to run.
That's exactly what Eastbrook wants to do. 3 or 4 yards, keep the possession, run the clock. They've done it with good smash mouth football, running straight ahead. About 95% of their plays tonight have been running plays from scrimmage, not putting the ball up in the air, keeping the clock moving, keeping the time of possession on their side. They've done a great job of ball control tonight, Eastbrook has offensively.
Chris McKibben and Ian Blankenberger combined to make that last stop. The score reflects the way the game's been played. Eastbrook leading 20-7. No question they have been the better team tonight.
Oh, yeah, you're exactly right, Howard.
We're under 4 minutes. The clock is running. Luthi running left. I'll stay in bounds if possible.
Oh, he
got
got
in there. Touchdown. Touchdown, Eastbrook. And that makes it 26-7.
It was about a 5-yard run there, TD run for Chad Luthi. He hadn't had a touchdown tonight, and he was not going to be denied there. He was actually stood up and hit around the 3-yard line and just kept angling toward the out-of-bounds pylon and somehow got inside and broke the plane. Good run by Chad Luthi.
There's a look at those Eastbrook Panthers.
You know, they're not exceptionally big as a unit, but they're extremely quick. They're well coached, and they're a good, clean, hard-hitting football team. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them in a 2A state finals.
Neither would I. John Lochner. They're going to go for 2 here.
Jimtown Jimmies might stand in their way, though, Howard.
John Lochner, the quarterback. They go for 2. Lochner keeping it. Well, he didn't get in there, so they stop him.
Well, we got a flag right there.
Dennis Casey's saying illegal motion. We'll see if he's right again. He's been on the roll in this game.
Well, I think if he gets this one, he should quit while he's ahead.
Let's see what the call is. Illegal procedure. He was close, but it's declined. So they will kick off now. And the tackle was made by Josh Hopper. We'll stay right here. It's 26-7 with 3 minutes and 28 seconds left in this football game.
Well, I'll tell you what, some other interesting matchups around the state in Sectional 3. Fort Wayne Northrop 10-1 taking on Marion at Marion tonight 9-2. In Sectional 7 5A, Martinsville 8-3 against Bloomington South 10-1. Sectional number 8, Castle 8-3 against Evansville. They're 8-2. And 4A, section number 11, South Bend Clay 9-2, Goshen 9-2. Another matchup to keep close attention on. Sectional 15 and 4A, Indianapolis Cathedral 9-2 against a good Brownsburg ball club 7-4. In sectional 21 3A, number 9-2, number 10 Fortville in 3A against number 8 in 3A, Elwood at 10-1. That's a good matchup also. That's some of the other matchups going on around the state that are notable tonight, Howard.
Yep. All right. Nice job, John. 26-7. There's your IBP score, and Eastbrook will be kicking off.
Scoring drive for Eastbrook. 1:20, 3 plays, 19 yards. The key play, stopping Hopper on a 4th and 1. By the way, time of possession, Howard, Eastbrook 30 minutes, 26 seconds. Northwestern 14 minutes and 6 seconds. That's over double the time of possession. That's why you win ball games right there.
John Lochner will be kicking off. There he is. And there is Andy Hardy.
Hit somebody, guys! Hit somebody! Open the lane, come on!
Dave West's birthday is on Sunday. How do you like that? There's the kick. That is Shue. Jason Shue running it back, and it'll be a 1st and 10 for Northwestern. Dave West will be 32 on Sunday.
He does a great job normally as our director of TV 40 high school sports. But
in
tonight,
a different role tonight.
In a different role. That shows his versatility. He can go right or left, Dave West. Yes.
Mr. Inside, Mr. Outside. He prefers to be inside. The pass is incomplete off the hands of Andy Hardy, number 7. Second and 10. Clock stop. Gibson's 8 of 25 for 79 yards. Not a good day. And of course, as we pointed out, losing Ryan Lance to that ankle injury really took something out of Northwestern.
Well, I think it forced them to throw the ball like we talked about in the second half. And they really were more one-dimensional at that point. Gibson also has been pressured by the defensive rush of Eastbrook tonight.
2nd and 10. Gibson, all the time in the world. And now he's going to run right. Throws it. Complete. He's got his man. And a fumble on a lateral. And who has it? Yeah, it looked like a forward lateral. Is right. The ball down to the 43-yard line of Eastbrook, a 23-yard play and a first down.
Well, that's been the biggest play that Northwestern's come up with in quite a while, Howard. But I think it's too little, too late for the Tigers against the Eastbrook Panthers here tonight.
Eastbrook leading 26-7. Gibson to throw again, all the time in the world. He hits his man down to the 34-yard line. Andrew Rossborough. And Rossborough brought down by Greg, check that. Yes, by Greg Swagger. And Nathan Gibson and Ryan Lance, both are juniors. And Lance, as we said, a great story, joined the team in midseason. Out with the ankle injury.
He was walking the hallways, and Dan Robinson says, I think you can play some football.
Yep, he certainly can. Had rushed for over 100 yards in each of his 4 previous games. Gibson to throw again. Throwing, and it is incomplete. A very good hit there by Brad Yorty, knocking the ball away from Rossborough.
Let me read you the bio that Coach Jeff Adamson said about Yorty. He says the father is Mark. He's a very successful swim coach at Oak Hill High School. Ironically, Oak Hill is one of the biggest rivals of Eastbrook. Brad, not very big, but he has won the Hit of the Week award for Eastbrook several times this year. And Coach Adamson says, pound for pound, he may be the hardest hitter on the team, Brad Yorty. And you saw it right there.
Yep.
Hey, I just want to thank both coaches, Dan Robinson of Northwestern and Jeff Adamson of Eastbrook. They provided a lot of great stats and insight on both of their ball clubs coming into this sectional championship game.
Yes, sir. Thanks to them. Been a pleasure coming up here. Very well-run press box. Gibson in trouble. This time he'll run with it. And he gets out of bounds at the near sideline. 2:37 to go.
Well, you always like to come up here. Mike Blackburn, one of the outstanding athletic directors, not only in the Howard County area, but all over central Indiana. He's been honored as one of the top ADs in the state of Indiana in the past, and you can see why, Howard. I mean, everything is first class.
And Andy Phillips ran him out of bounds, ran Gibson out of bounds that time.
Mike Blackburn also on the executive board of the IHSAA.
Well, Mike does a terrific job here. It was really nice coming up here. Second time this season we've been here. Gibson to throw. And it's complete to Shue. And he's downed immediately by John Lochner. And there's a look at Jason Shue. There's Lochner. Yeah, you got to give Dan Robinson credit. He came back after a 4-year absence, took a team that was 1-9, and they're going to finish up 9-3, which is mighty impressive.
Very impressive. The man knows his football. I really enjoyed the conversation I had with Dan Robinson before the ball game. There as a look at him talking to his quarterback, Nathan Gibson. He has offered 4 books on offensive football. And he's talked about the West Coast offense quite a bit, too. The man knows the game of football, and I'm sure the Northwestern fans are glad to have him back at the helm. And I think some good things are ahead when you talk about Ryan Lance, their big, powerful fullback coming back next year, only a junior this year, and then their quarterback, Nathan Gibson. But they've got some good things to look forward to, Howard.
Well, you're right. You're talking about the West Coast. The closest I've been to the West Coast lately, it was in Plainfield on State Road 40. A little west of Indianapolis.
How far west do you go during the AAA season?
Well, we don't go far west at all anymore now that we're in the International League. Indianapolis is the farthest team west in the league. Where in the old days, Indianapolis was the farthest team east in the American Association.
Back then, you used to have to take some major road trips.
And we'd go out to Denver.
Yep.
Which Denver's a wonderful city. There it is, Eastbrook leading 26-7.
Young man obviously not too happy at this point as Tigers are down 26-7.
Little over 2 minutes left in the game. Gibson's pass is incomplete. It was intended for Andy Hardy. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2. It stops the clock with 2:24 to go. And there's a look at Nathan Gibson. His team down 26-7. We will have a game for you next Friday at 10:30.
Well, when the dust settles, you and Charles Stafford will know where you're headed.
Yep. Oh, I think it was movement on the line. I haven't seen a flag yet, but
no flag on that?
How could there not be a flag?
Timeout, Northwestern.
Timeout. I would say that some of the Northwestern players jumped the gun on that play. I mean, you had 3 guys heading upfield. Watch it. There they go. There's one. There's 2.
2. 3 actually in the far end.
And the ball ultimately is snapped.
Yes. It must have been on go. Go. On the first hut. Well, what was a very close game at the half at 10-7 has been owned by Eastbrook. Time of possession and also offense here in the second half as Eastbrook has totaled their first half points with 10 here in the second half. Actually 16 in the second half.
Officials say to himself, boy, I wish I could have seen those replays.
I don't know. I thought they were talking about someplace they were going to grab a sandwich on the way home.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
With the score 26-7. First and 10. Gibson to throw. It is caught. Touchdown to Andrew Rossborough. Touchdown Northwestern. And it's 26-13.
Gibson to Rossborough for Northwestern's second score. It's a 13-yard TD pass from Gibson to Rossborough. Nice route ran there by Rossborough as he turns out away from the defender, makes the catch, and he's got 6 more. Got an onside kick coming up here after this extra point.
Yep. 2:14 left in the game. I thought they might go for 2 here, but they're going for 1. That line drive is wide, no good. Well, you got number 76 kicking that for Northwestern. Unfortunately, there's no number 76 on the roster. Might be P.J. Arrochio, I'm told. But it was Rocchio. Okay, it was Rocchio. Look at that Tim Bork. He knows everything.
He knows these guys. I'm telling you. Arrochio's 5'4", 125 pounds, and a freshman.
Yeah. So Northwestern will kick off, trailing 26-13.
There's Andrew Rossborough. 6 receptions, 59 yards, and a touchdown now tonight. He's played a great game. He's also a basketball player for the Northwestern Tigers, and you'll see him in the first TV 40 high school basketball game of the 99-2000 season on December the 10th when Taylor takes on Northwestern. Of course, Andrew Rossborough's teammate is Austin Parkinson, who's headed for Purdue.
Yep, and now We got Michael Doherty kicking off.
There's a scoring drive, 9 plays, 68 yards, a minute 14 seconds for Northwestern.
Here comes the onside kick. Whoop. And it's a free football. Let's see.
They got it. Northwestern does.
I think they might have it.
They got it.
Yes, they do. Northwestern recovers. Very nice onside kick.
It was Michael Shearer, 5'6", 155-pound sophomore, number 56 for Northwestern, that came up with that onside kick, Howard.
So, there it is again.
Well, if you're Northwestern, you got to go upstairs, Howard. You got to throw the football with the time remaining.
2:12 to go. They're down by 13 points.
Quick score in their onside kick could make things interesting yet.
Gibson to throw, and he's airing it out. Underthrown, incomplete, intended for Kevin Hall. Coverage on the play provided by Evan Ballinger. 2nd and 10. There's a look at Nathan Gibson.
Well, I'll tell you what, Northwestern is going to fight you all the way to 000s. They're not about ready to tuck it away, because with the kind of player that Andrew Rossborough is, and Jason Shue out there, I mean, they've got some weapons. At hook and ladder, I don't know. Could it work twice?
Clock is stopped, 2:06 to go.
Any more tricks up their sleeve, Howard, for Dan Robinson?
It's going to be tough because they're down by 13 with 2 minutes to go.
I once broadcast a game where a team scored twice in a minute and 30 seconds to win a game.
Basketball game?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Football.
That pass is incomplete. Well, we had that game last week with Ben Davis. I mean, they scored twice within a minute and 2.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think the element of surprise is what Northwestern's going to have to come up with. Eastbrook's been doing a good job of running a zone package back there against pass defense. They've got 5 people back, actually a nickel back formation back there, guarding against the pass.
All right, John Fox. The football just shy of the 49.
There you can see him out there. 5 people guarding against the pass.
Gibson to throw. The rush is on. He's still on his feet. He's going to run with the fly. I thought he was going to lateral the official there for a moment. He's still running. And down to the 40-yard line where he's run out of bounds. A fine play by Nathan Gibson.
He's very close to the first down yard marker too, Howard. Great run in the open field there by Gibson, eluding several tacklers. He could have been tackled at the line of scrimmage, but he straight-armed one of the Eastbrook Panthers. We'll take a look at the replay here. Penetration from the outside by Eastbrook forces Gibson back up into the gut area, and he misses a tackle there, kind of stiff-armed the player. And here comes another stiff arm. Good job there by Gibson. And the only thing about this is he finally runs out of real estate. It's a good thing he got out of bounds.
Joe Lochner made the tackle.
First down.
It is a first down. 1:49 to go in the game. It's 26-13 in favor of Eastbrook. Northwestern at the Eastbrook 41.
I think you got to score, and you got to score quickly here. They're going to send trips. 3 guys out the far side of the field there. Look at that.
It's going to be tough for them to score again, I really think. We'll see. The blitz on. He throws down the left sideline too far. Incomplete. Intended for Andrew Rossborough. There he is. Gibson now is 12 of 34. 134 yards. And there's Dan Robinson talking to him. There are some of the cheerleaders here. Tiger cheerleaders.
Well, let's see if the Tigers have any more heroics left in their bag of tricks here tonight.
2nd and 10 from the 41. Gibson all the time in the world. Throwing deep right side. Incomplete. And the intended receiver is Adam Fisher. Coverage on the play provided by Jared Bowser. 3rd and 10.
Well, Eastbrook realizing that Northwestern's only prayer trying to get back into it is to throw the football in this whole defensive set. They've had nickelbacks or dropped 5 people back to defend the pass.
We once saw Northwestern score 4 touchdowns in 7 minutes. They're explosive, but this is a pretty good Eastbrook team they're up against tonight. On 3rd and 10. Gibson's pass is incomplete. Rossborough was the closest man to it, but he wasn't exactly near the pass either. And this will bring up 4th and 10 with 1:34 to go.
Well, this is it. This is their last hurrah here, Howard. They have to get the first down. If not, Eastbrook can pretty much salt it away, keeping it on the ground.
Well, Eastbrook's ahead by 13 points, 26-13. So Dan Robinson and his club.
There's the 3rd down conversions, 4 out of 14 tonight for Northwestern.
Right. Although this is 4th down now. 4th and 10. Gibson may run, penalty marker down. He throws on the run. It is a completed pass to Rossborough, a terrific play, but there's a penalty marker down that'll probably negate it.
Yeah, we saw great camera work by the guys down on the field and up above. You could see the holding from where we were at, and just a good look at it there. Actually, the defensive man for Eastbrook was not really held. He was tackled. And you'll see it if we get a chance to look at it. There's Tim Fogarty going to back Northwestern up. We'll take a look at this replay as you see Gibson dropping back. And right about there, I don't know if you could see it in the back of the pack, but one of the defensive men was actually brought down by his ankles.
Well, Rossborough got hit and he held on to the football.
But to no avail. It's going to be 4th and a whole bunch.
Yes, sir.
There is a score on the IBP scoreboard, 26-13. Eastbrook, the number 218 in the state over Northwestern.
John, it's 4th and 20. Back at the 49-yard line, and Gibson will throw. Pump fake, airing it out. Incomplete. And he was surrounded by 3 men. They're looking for a call. Jason Shue, the intended receiver. No pass interference is called. And Eastbrook takes over on downs.
For Eastbrook, all they have to do now is snap that football, hold on to it, and either drop on it or
all right, with the score, Eastbrook 26, Northwestern 13 on the IBP board. We'll pause for a moment.
WHMB TV 40, Indianapolis.
Howard Kellman, John Fox, and look for Lochner to go down on the knee. No, he's not going to do that. He's going to try to eat up some clock by running. Now he's going to run the other way. And he goes down. And there's a penalty marker down.
Conduct.
Yeah, late hit. Yeah, there he is, number 71. Robert Rice may have made the late hit there.
Yeah, I don't think he liked the idea of John Lochner running all over the place. And when Lochner went down, Rice kind of piled on top.
1:02 to go.
And Robert Rice going to trot over to the sidelines and talk to Coach Dan Robinson here. Actually, we went over to Coach Mark Hollingsworth to talk to him.
They mark it off.
Of course, these two teams used to be foes in the same conference. Both of them used to be in the MIC. Of course, Eastbrook 2 years ago went to the CIC. Their first year in the CIC, they shared the title with the Frankton Eagles of Otis Crest. And this year, Eastbrook won the CIC outright.
All right, the football now at the 45-yard line. The clock is running, 50 seconds to go. All Lochner has to do is get down on the knee. No, he's going to try to eat up some clock by running with the football. Running right. It's a good way to get hurt, I'll tell you that.
It'd be a lot easier just to drop on. You don't want to risk your backup quarterback getting hurt.
And there were 3 guys chasing him on that play as he was running right.
Right, see, because your starting quarterback, no one knows what's going on with him. He got injured.
Clock running, that should do it. 15 seconds. A terrific football game played by the Eastbrook Panthers. 5 seconds. And that is it. Your final score tonight. Eastbrook 26, Northwestern 13. The IBB board. For John Fox, I'm Howard Kellman. Good night, everybody.